Good evening, Trojans esports fans. We are ready. It's another Monday night. It is time for Overwatch. I'm Jamie Ouellette.
I'm Cameron Sperling.
And we are just waiting for the teams to ready up. They are doing bans, they're picking maps, they are preparing for tonight. We did get to pop in and say how the teams were doing when they were warming up. Tonight we have got your SAIT Varsity versus the Purdue Mastodons. Looks like the lobby invites are being sent out as we speak. When we did talk to the teams a little bit, we were asking them about, new updates, if there's anything that's specific that they were going to be working on or anything that they're looking forward to. We do see a lot of Emery going out. That's been like the thing on comps right now. Everyone's been picking Emery, and they were talking about that character as well. And then D.Va has been absolutely a shocker these last week or so. See a lot of people picking D.Va for quite a few different roles. D.Va is a tank character and primarily been dive, but now they're doing a lot of bashing as well. They've upped D.Va's melee, which is interesting for a ranged tank character like that. Yeah, now when you run people into people with the D.Va in her tank mode, yeah, she'll smash and bash into people, which is pretty cool. We can jump on over here and I'll show you what we are talking about when we were talking about D.Va specifically. The ability that the players brought up was, hold on, let's go back here. We want hero details. There we go. So if we look over here, it is these extended boosters. So you hit an enemy while you're in the boosters. You do a 40% extra damage and it keeps the duration going. So I've seen people bash and then bash and then bash and then bash, and you can keep that going for quite a while. We are getting invited into the lobby.
And I was saying that was one of the perks.
Yes.
So could you walk me through how exactly do these perks work? How are they different from the regular abilities?
Just give me one quick second here. Back. I just want to make sure I'm not. There we go. Okay. So how the perks work is when you select a character for the first time in a round, you start off at 0 perks, and then the more damage, the more healing, the more experience you get while you're playing this round specifically, you can get those perks. Those perks are in between 2 choices. And then there are 2 levels of perk per hero, and then if you switch heroes, you do have to reset the perk tree. So while you can counterpick and stuff like that, you may end up resetting your picks. Nope, okay. We are just checking up to see if there's anything new on the bans right now, but nothing quite yet. We are sitting over Lijiang Tower, which has been quite a popular pick so far. Lijiang Tower, a very fun map. It's got some of those auto-map kill zones, which we always love seeing. So your stats right now, we have the, SAIT Varsity sitting at 4-4, and the Purdue Mastodons, they're sitting at 7-2. Now those numbers do not line up. Purdue is ahead of SAIT 1 game right now. But this is just how these kind of tournaments are going with the round robins and stuff like that. Some of the teams are in front, some of the teams are behind in terms of total games played. But that is international sports. We got a lot of teams with spring breaks are different across the different schools too. We get our break and they get their breaks at different times. So hopefully they'll be evening up before the playoffs go. We don't have too much background on the Purdue teams right now, but just looking at the levels here, they do have the player. He's sitting at rank 5, which we've got 1042. We got 142 over there. He's sitting at level 5 as well. So we're gonna throw it on to the be back soon screen as we wait for the teams to make their choices. All right, we are back, folks. We are starting off in Lijiang Tower. And as far as the bans go, we spent a little bit of time talking about D.Va, but we won't be seeing D.Va, at least not at the start here. And Vendetta was also banned as well. So Lijiang Tower, this is a central control point. Both teams are just going to rush through these gates, going to jump on up either through here if they have the mobility or across these ever-dangerous bridges. Usually it's a quick rush to see who can control the bridges first, because it is very dangerous, because you fall off one side of that bridge, you're dead. You fall off this side of the bridge, you're dead. It's very, very easy to get knocked off these maps. So let's
There's
jump.
lots of environmental hazards to be aware of there.
Yeah, let's jump on with your SAIT team. We're going to start off with the tank here. Carbonatrix. Carbonatrix trying to make a quick jump. Oh, he uses the teleporter. They are making a rush for that bridge, and they do manage to get across it before getting bopped off. Both teams getting very aggressive here on the left-hand side. Carbonatrix decided not even to bother going with the point. He wants to hold down that enemy tank, doing what he can to draw some fire. Switches on over to melee mode. He's going to be taking a beating here. He's been lit on fire. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to need some help. But that Maori decided to chase off somebody else, but he managed to clip him. And SAIT is in trouble right off the hop. Holy smokes. We're on with Porky here. Porky here doing the right thing. He's just going to hide out. He ain't going to dive into that point. He's going to wait for his team to get back.
Regroup and put a team effort forward.
Yeah, exactly. But we have Purdue holding that bridge. Like I was saying, that bridge control is so important. It is very hard to get back off once you're on back foot this far away. But we are seeing an Emery here. Oh, that's a soldier. My bad. Let's see what the Grognog is doing over for Purdue. Grognog is the Purdue tank, playing the Maori character and doing such a good job of holding that bridge, not even letting anybody get close to it. So you don't have to worry about getting thrown off the bridge. No one can even walk to it. Wow, they are really pinning SAIT down over here. Holy cow. Let's see if Carbonatrix can manage to poke his head out. Puts down that shield, see if he can use that to get a little bit of room. They're going to try to go around the backside here.
Doing a little sneaky.
Yeah. I would like to see him try to do that even remotely stealth, but I don't think they can. And he is jumping on in there. We're going to jump on in with Alvarez, see what it looks like on that side. And Alvarez goes in for a double. Oh, and SAIT is down. 4 players again. Holy.
Oh, 5 players now. It's a full team wipe.
Full team wipe. All right, we'll see if SAIT's going to be swapping out some characters here. I know if I was playing after the second team wipe, that's when I would be starting to switch some things up. But we'll see what happens. Carbonatrix just firing some rounds down, taking up a bunch of shots, trying to get their ult a little bit here. Ooh, very risky move. Almost got pushed off. He managed to take out the healer. All right. Making it.
We see the Torii gates dropped.
Yeah, the kids who made Torii gates there. And SAIT's on the point for the first time. Carbonatrix here has their ult. Let's see if this gets used up. The player used their ult. Yep, Carbonatrix using his ult. He's stealing all that health, but it wasn't enough as the enemy tank used their ult just as well. And that is the first round real quick. Hey, we just see Porky get a great headshot there right at the very end.
Well, a little parting shot, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you might as well work on your aim. Okay, so we are jumping back into it. We're going to see what SAIT's doing. Carbonatrix, he's switching some things up. Picking a different tank there. We also see Modern Plague. We're going to be rocking the very, very mobile Lucio. Lucio, such a zippy character, bouncing around the map. So quick. Porky's switching over to the Symmetra. Probably just for the quick little teleport here. Let the whole team get through, and I don't know if they're going to stay Symmetra. Nope, they did not. Just Symmetra long enough to get that teleporter, and then they quickly change. A great strategy there if you want to get your team quick onto the point. We did talk to them before the game started, and that was one of their missions, was to just try to get on the point, not let them get set up. It's trying to go for Modern Plague, just running into too much fire down the road there. Carbonatrix trying to do his best here to hold on. It's fairly hard to take on those Magus when they're fully
Oh,
charged.
that's 4 players down for SAIT.
Wow, so quick, so quick. And Afrez trying to stay alive there. Dan Heatley. Modern Plague. Stay on with Modern Plague here a little bit. Modern Plague trying to get their team up to the front. Yeah, the Purdue team doing such a good job of putting so many rounds down. Modern Plague gonna break off, see him get a cheeky little push there, but he almost got pushed off himself.
It looks like.
Now, luckily, the Lucio is one of the characters that can wall ride, so hopefully they can make it back. Let's jump on with the other healer for SAIT. Oh, no, sorry. This is the healer for... Yeah, it's the other healer, SAIT. They're in trouble as well. All right, let's see what Dan Heatley's up to. Dan Heatley in a little bit of trouble as well. Porky. Porky's firing some rounds down there, just trying to make a little bit of damage. Porky's trying to light some things up. I think we've seen SAIT get on the point here a little bit.
Looks like they're starting to regroup.
Yeah. Porky in the back now. Okay, SAIT is on the point. They are trying to get this control point here. Points contested. See if they can get rid of this tank. There we go. Great teamwork from Dan Heatley, using that wall to their advantage, making that tank, have to use his own heals and just block him off from the healer. SAIT getting very aggressive. They control the point, and now they want to control the whole building. They're trying to push them all the way back to their own spawn. Well, I guess SAIT does have the ult advantage right now. They're sitting at 2 ults. Dan Heatley almost going to get... Now Dan Heatley's got his ult as well. A huge control point with the May ult. Really, really devastating at locking down points. And maybe we'll see him toss it up right here. Nope. Tried to grab that Maori there. One of the cool things with May is May does slow people down, and when you are playing such a quick tank like that Maori, slowing down is going to be a help. We did hear the May ult go off. May ult throws it back here to walk off the teams, but just left alone for too long. Going to be in trouble here. Dan Heatley trying to hold the point, desperately trying to keep it, just getting double team, triple team there, and SAIT is on the back foot once again. To jump on with Porky. See what Porky up to. Porky uses their ult. Big laser beam. They're letting it go. Almost gets melted in the meantime. A huge ult just doing so much damage, but the problem is they were getting very targeted.
Well, looks like they got one KO.
That was a great shot. Holy smokes. We've got pure Purdue. They have the control point right now, but SAIT is on the... SAIT's trying to push him out. Alfrez here trying to go for a little cheeky push. Seeing this Kitsume here. We're going to see this gate go off. Yep, there we go. Ult being used right now, keeping their team moving fast and holding. SAIT managed to take the point back again at 95%. And once again, they were going so far onto the aggression, just holding off this entire building. I mean, that's one way to keep the point, is that they can't get to it. And it's been working out so...
Yeah, just blocking the doorway with ice.
Yep, locking the door up, separating the tanks from the healer. That's how you're going to keep this team going. Oh, we're hearing a couple ults going off from both teams now. The Maori there, chaining everybody down, but sometimes that can be a double-edged sword, and you lock everybody down in there with you. You're stuck in the same cage as them. Dan Heatley here. Wow, doing a great job getting rid of their tank.
Well, Purdue's down 4 players.
Yes, SAIT managed to... I think SAIT might be sneaking this one up. I mean, I don't want to call it a little
97,
early, but...
98.
There we go. SAIT gets the second round clutch. 95% charge. SAIT managed to get in there, and they are so aggressive in keeping them off the spot. Once they get that control point, they are doing such a good job of keeping the teams off of it. So we will be excited to see what happens now. We're going to jump on a little bit with 100 and... How are we pronouncing that one?
104.21?
Yeah? 104.21? All right, let's go with that.
100,421? I'm not sure. I feel like it's supposed to spell something out, but I can't read what it's supposed to actually say.
Yeah, maybe letting the 30-year-old try to speak the leet is not going so well. But we're going to see SAIT team. They're going to try to go for a real quick run out here with the Lucio. They're all going to zip out there using that TP real quick. And yeah, Porky jumps right back again. Such a cool little strat. It looks like Purdue did the same thing because they were on that point somehow faster than SAIT. I'm not even sure how they got out there so quick. But they are trying to control the point. The control point is going to be unlocking in 10 seconds, so it's going to be a little bit of absolute madness here while we stay on with the healer. 142 doing a great job trying to keep everybody healed up there. It's so hard having such a big target on your back as a healer and keeping a head on your swivel and still manage to jump out.
Almost got dive.
Yeah, if he had managed to get pinned into the wall, having a swivel, having your head on a swivel. Carbonetrix gets in there. We got one pull from SAIT. Porky's in trouble though.
Oh, they take down the tank.
There we go. That could be the big difference here from SAIT. If SAIT can get their teammates healed back up, it'll be a 5-on-4, and there it is. SAIT now has control of the point. And now we wait to see what SAIT's going to do. Are they just going to be happy to hold the point? No, they are not.
It looks like they're leaving the point to try and push them back.
Yeah, they're getting very aggressive. This one doesn't have quite the same choke points as the last map does, but 142, getting a little aggressive there. Would like to see them a little bit further back behind their own tank. Now we're jump on with Carbonetrix just as he gets sent to the Shadow Realm. All right, we're going to jump back on with Porky here. Porky's behind the enemy healers. Just having a little bit of a problem there. They're dumping, they're diving. Yeah, whew, that healer's got some great mobility over there. Let's see what Danny Heatley is up to. Danny Heatley, funny enough, playing a very cold character. Let's see what Danny Heatley. Wow, good job seeing that trap. I definitely would have missed that one and walked right into it. Just great control and great map sense by these characters, knowing where that Junkrat's going to set that bomb up. Oh, we heard Kitsune Gate going up. We're going to see a bunch of ults getting dumped in here. Get rid of that trap. You definitely don't want to step in on that bad boy. Danny Heatley here sitting on an ult, being very controlled and holding on to it. There we go. Uses the ult. It's going to freeze everybody out here. Freeze them off the point. Uh-oh.
This is an all-out brawl in here.
Yeah, here's another ult. The Maori using their ult. The player used the Junkrat ult, that big old bomb going off. And
but Trojans has their ultimate ready.
Yeah, but we've seen the Purdue ult dump take the control point. Let's jump on over with Carbonetrix, see what Carbonetrix is up to. Carbonetrix, they have their ult as well, that big anti-gravity thing, so it throws people up in the air, launches them back down. See if we're going to get this used right away. He does use it right away, and here goes. All of the other teams launched into the air. He gets one. He gets the two.
Takes out the tank.
Great use of the ult there. Is he going to go for the 3? He does go for the triple. Okay, now they just got to get back on that point and control it. Good use of that shield there. He puts it out and then he pulls it right back. I always forget to pull it back. And yeah, very scared of going out there because you've got 2 characters that can use those those easy deaths. Huge Maori rushing in there. He does not care at all, and he just decided he's going to take the whole point to himself. Wow. Very aggressive. Modern Plague going to have to run back a little bit because he does not want to take on that Maori and the healer combo together. Almost impossible to kill that tank when he's getting pocket healed like that. And they are getting aggressive as well, putting SAIT back with their back towards their own spawn, taking a little bit of SAIT's heat here. We're at 84%. For Purdue. Modern Plague going to try to sneak around a little bit, see if they get a little bit better an angle. Going in with Porky. They're going to be trying to make the push on in here. Modern Plague uses their ult. Everyone has a little bit of an extra shield. Everyone feeling a little bit more energetic. He's trying to go for the push. Didn't quite get that easy mop off. We're hearing a couple Kitsune gates going on the point. Let's see what's happening on here. Oh, it is Bedlam. Oh my goodness. Wow, there's all sorts of madness going on here. We're seeing characters getting pushed around a ton. There's so many characters using different push bop ability, trying to get those easy kills as you launch people off the map. But no one's getting pushed off the map. SAIT took the point. Wow, I wasn't even paying attention there. And now SAIT's got it up to 80%, 86%, and they're still holding on to it.
Well, I mean, they don't have much of a choice. Right now, Purdue sitting at 99%.
Yeah, we are definitely going to be going into overtime here. 100. We're just going to call him 100. Holding off, doing the right thing, not quite getting super aggressive, and that is it.
Well, Purdue not able to touch the point in time.
Yeah, wow. We did see a quick dive there, but yeah, Purdue didn't get the point near in time. We are going to watch the play of the game when it decides to load up. Yeah, Monga. He had some great hits over there.
Yeah, he was a constant threat that entire game. I'm not surprised he's got the play of the game.
Yeah. Catches someone with a... I don't know if they weren't just paying attention or what was going on there, but...
Yeah, just melting them.
Yeah. That's such a dangerous character, especially when you get right in front of some of those squishies. Okay, so we're going to let the get this map get reset, and we will be right back, folks. Okay, we are back at it, folks, and we are getting ready for some more Overwatch action. Absolutely love this map. This is one of the new maps for Overwatch 2, and it's not one of the reskins, which is kind of cool. You see a lot of this outdoor area here, so we'll see a lot of zipping, a lot of bouncing around, a lot of flying characters, but the most exciting stuff happens here in the areas with a roof, so we will see what happens. Ooh, we're seeing Carbonatrix. They're going to be using that D.Va. We did see a very quick D.Va ban in the first round. The bans for this round were Sojourn and...
Sigma, right?
Yes.
What? At least use
Thank you.
sunscreen.
Yeah, so we're going to see Carbonatrix going to be rocking the D.Va. We've got some healers. We got Modern Plague back on the Lucio. I love the Lucio. That's my main when I'm playing.
Oh, and it looks like we're seeing the Emery this round as well. We were told to expect that.
Yes, Emery's such crazy amount of damage coming out of that one. All right, let's jump on with Carbonatrix and see what's going on over here. We're going to get in the first-person view here. Now this tank has such...
taking the high ground?
Yeah, such great mobility on this tank. Definitely a little bit of a diver tank, a little bit more of a pokey tank. That's kind of what you want going against those beefier tanks there. That way you can do a little bit of damage at range and try to mitigate some of that incredible melee that the Maru character has. D.Va here diving the healer, trying to go for a quick little pick there, and they got it.
Getting it.
Yeah.
Both teams lose 2 players on that round, but both of them have 1 healer and 1 tank left. Let's see what happens. Who can get their teammates back to the point? SAIT did get a pick, so they're staggering them a little bit.
The tank versus tank action here.
Yep, D.Va had to bail out of their tank, though. Now we're into the Baby D.Va mode. Baby D.Va doesn't have much for health, but you watch that ult charge real quick, and then they can summon their mech back again. Wow, great job staying alive as the Baby D.Va. And SAIT now controls the point. They've taken it back, and let's see if they're going to be as aggressive as again at... Yes, they are. They are right back, firing rounds into the Purdue spawn. So aggressive. So aggressive.
And for this game, it's different from the last game. We're doing Flashpoint this time, where they have multiple points they have to try and steal, right?
Very good point. Thank you. Yeah, this is a Flashpoint map. So, yeah. SAIT's going to try to get this point. SAIT now is up to the 50% charge on this map. Danny Heatley doing a good job trying to keep the... Oh, yeah. Says no thank you. That does not want them anywhere near this point. Dan Heatley feeling a little bit by themselves here. Dan Heatley falls off the map, which is a bit of a problem, but we'll see if they can get back on there. Just poked it to reset the timer. But Dan is off by himself, and he is in trouble. Oh, no, he's going to get some help, but it's just a little too late. All right, jump on with Carbonatrix here, see what they're up to. Carbonatrix using that speed. Trying to zip around a little bit here. We're going to see if they can sneak around to the side. Nope. Met by a wall of fire over there. Holy cow. Not where you want to be. And now Purdue has slipped ahead a little bit. They're up at 83% charge. If SAIT wants to get this flashpoint, they're going to have to make a little bit of a push right now. They're going on to the point. Carbonatrix has their ult almost charged. We're going to see if there's going to be a D.Va bomb here right away. Oh, we're seeing a whole...
to high noon.
Yep. We heard a Cassidy go off. Didn't see it hit. Oh! Wow. Carbonatrix doing a very good job body blocking. Just putting their whole tank in front of that ult, just basically making it ineffective at all. Carbonatrix stuck in a bear trap. I don't know how you get a mech stuck in a bear trap, but it just happened. They're trying to poke onto the point. 99%. And, oh, touches
Overtime.
it. Touches it. Just a little bit of a flyby, enough to reset it. Hopefully their team can jump on there. Carbonatrix has to dive out of the tank. Now it's Baby D.Va. Yep. They're in trouble, but SAIT's trying to make a push on the point. SAIT managed to get a couple kills there. But that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, down 4 players.
Yep. It looks like the first flashpoint is going to go to Purdue. Let's jump on with Modern Plague here, see what they're up to as they try to rush their team to the next flashpoint. Jumping on over. Modern Plague trying to stick around, trying to get a couple shots over there, firing some rounds down the point, trying to keep those healers dancing a little bit, but also healing their own teammates back and forth. Seeing Porky there switched over to an Anna. Not an Anna. Yeah, an Anna. Yeah. So maybe we'll see Bob come out. We were talking about Bob a little bit earlier. Oh, we're hearing 2 ults go off. Jumping on with Carbonatrix as they're pinned in there with the Maru ult. They're in trouble. Baby D.Va trying to just laying them downfield, but that's all you can do. 421. They're in trouble too. Ooh, great shot by Porky there. Good job. Neat thing with this character is you can shoot your own sticks of dynamite out of the air and then blow them up, which is kind of neat.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a bit of a skill shot to do, but it does set the dynamite off considerably earlier. Trying to make some shots all the way down, going for a sniper round at that healer. There you go.
Oh,
shot
tossing the dynamite, like you said.
Yeah, you can shoot the dynamite out of the air, which is kind of cool. Using their little bit of a shotgun. They have that scatter shot there to get themselves some mobility. Getting the Cassidy.
Oh, shooting the Cassidy.
Yep.
And that's a classic rivalry there, Ash and Cassidy.
Yeah, get the 2 cowboys on each other. There we go. Carbonatrix was knocked asleep there for a second, trying to make a runaway. They're going to have to back up a little bit.
Oh, sneaking behind the Mauga.
Yeah, I do not think they were expecting that. Now making the jump back up, getting that high ground, doing what D.Va does best, the mobility, and put asleep again. Oh, their Anna just really has it out. Or actually, the D.Va's probably just a big, easy shot to make. Bounced out, gets, wow, as the baby diva just melts a healer, and he's just fighting it. Yeah, there you go. I mean, if you're going to lose your tank, you might as well die on the point. Modern Plague is back up to try to pick up a couple more teammates, see if they can make another push here. Purdue up at 78% charge on this control point, and that number is going higher and higher as SAIT tries to regroup here. See if they can make a 5 stack here, and I think they're all just going to try to push together. Yep, that's what they're doing. Someone got an ult. We did hear the Bob come out. We'll see where Bob ended up. Bob's on the point too. Bob's that big gold robot just firing and laying people down. Porky there. Great couple of shots. Good teamwork with the Bob as well. And SAIT is just immediately running straight to their spawn. That is fantastic. Now, Modern Plague doing the smart thing, zipping back instead of getting aggressive, picking up those teammates and getting them back to the control point to slow down. Modern Plague is playing a mobility character that can give other players speed boosts, so that's why you see them bouncing back and forth to get more teammates back onto their control point as fast as possible. We're going to jump on here with 421. They've got their ult. We'll see if this one gets used before this round is done, or they're going to keep it for the next flashpoint. Oh, there's an ult going off from the Magu. Yeah, we're just going to see.
Overtime at 99% each.
Yep. Everyone's going to dive onto that point. It's just going to be who is left when the bodies hit the floor. Wow. SAIT got that one.
It's 1-1 each.
It is 1-1 each. Holy smokes.
And a team kill as well, it looks like.
Yeah, SAIT got a little bit of a... Yeah, they ended up winning that one. I do wonder if that was a purposeful choice by Purdue. Depending on where the flashpoint is, it might be quicker for you to die and then respawn to get back to that point.
Oh, that is possible.
Yep. All right, so we did just get some insight here from Big Ben. He's the guy who's running the boards back here tonight. 100, 421. We're just going to call him 43. It's a great number. I do love 43. It's the answer, almost the answer to everything. So we got Modern Plague trying to make a bit of a push here, grab some teammates from back from their own spawn, and now they are zipping on in there. Wow, Danny Heatley running into a bit of trouble there. Danny Heatley playing the very high flyer Farah, trying to use this height advantage and trying to... SAIT using a good job. Oh, Bob gets in there as well. Bob is such a great little control point because all Bob does is just sit there and shoot things, right? Bob doesn't care.
Just look at him go.
Yep, Bob is such a good sponge for just staying on point. Just for the new people back home, Porky, they are playing the Ana, and their ult is just to summon a big old buddy called Bob, and Bob just, well, does what we just showed you. Just stays on point and fires rounds down at anything that moves. Let's jump on over with the newly named number 43. Number 43 just staying back here, using the heat-seeking or the ally-seeking abilities of those cards to heal. You can cheat around corners a little bit. Ooh, we're hearing a couple different ults going off. Trying to keep Dan Heatley alive as they get dived. Holy smokes. Purdue is saying this, they're just going to skip the point. They just dove SAIT's background. Or back line. Sorry about that. And to great use. They got both at SAIT's back line. But Carbonatrix still holding on to the point. Jumped into the baby diva, but still doing a good job. And they got their
summoning
ult.
the mech immediately.
Yeah, yeah. Did cost an ult to do that. But we see the Kitsune gate. We do see...
Oh, and immediately out of the tank.
Yeah, so quick. That's how quick these maps are. Holy smokes, did Dan Heatley? Yeah, Dan Heatley from above, getting a little bit of a quick kill in there, helping out their own tanks. Great job, Dan Heatley. Helping out number 43 here. 43 still holding on to the point, keeping their team alive, trying to get rid of that very pesky Jing who on the other team there, doing a great job keeping themselves alive. Let's jump on with the Purdue healer Jing.
And she's playing the cutie. Oh, she just dropped her ult.
Yep. We'll see what Purdue can do. The SAIT's at 99%. And it's contested. All SAIT's got to do is just bop these people off, but it's going to be very hard. That's
take down the
tank
Maga.
down. There we go. Porkeye, Carbonatrix getting kills each. Keep calling.
5-player kill streak. Purdue's down 4 players.
And there we go. They got that flashpoint. Porky, one of these days, I will get your name right. Very sorry about that. Yeah. So we're going to stay on here with Carbonatrix as they make the run to the next control point. Now, are they going to be happy taking the control point? They are. They are not going to try to get up in people's business. They're just doing what they can do here. It's a little bit of a team strategy to not try to dive the point quite yet because it's not even unlocked yet. So right now it's just a little posturing, little trying to raise your ult right now is what I would be doing if I was on either of these teams. Yeah, it's just two tanks poking each other. But now the point's contested, and now we're going to see some of the ults drop. We see the Bob getting summoned up right away. Bob just doing what Bob's doing best, just melting people. There we go. Bob ult used to great effectiveness with the help of Carbonatrix, grabbing a couple of those shots there. Carbonatrix getting in there, got the 2 kills and 3. Holy smokes. Triple
Taking down
kill.
the healer as well.
Wow. Great job. And now
Purdue's
Carbonatrix
down 3 players.
Yeah, they take the point right away. Jump on with 43, see what they're up to. They're firing rounds into their spawn again. Man, do I love seeing that.
Just pestering Purdue.
Yep. That's how you got to do it. You got to stay on him. You got to be aggressive. Dan Heatley doing a great job using the air, staying out of sight and staying out of damage, using their own boost to bounce themselves back. Very aggressive there. Getting inside, not really where you want the flying characters to be. Now we are on the point. SAIT's down 4, Carbonatrix. Is he going to use the Diva Bomb? No, he didn't use the bomb. Decided just to die on the point. Probably a better choice if your whole team has been wiped. So let's jump on over and see what 43 is up to. 43 is going to be running on to the point there. Got the gold skin going on, keeping the teams healed. There we go.
Topping up the teammates.
Yeah, getting Porky healed up. Dan Heatley getting a little bit of health over here. Uh-oh, there's the Magu ult. Let's jump on over with Carbonatrix there.
Oh, jumping into the tank.
Yep. Yeah, they got melted out of the tank, had to use their ult to get back in the tank, and then they were melted immediately back out of it. Carbonatrix trying to go after that healer there, was getting picked from the behind by Grognog. Grognog, that's a fun name to say. We're just going to hang on with Modern Plague. Modern Plague's going to be playing Taxi again, just trying to pick up their teammate.
Speeding everyone up back to the point.
Yep, that's what you want to do. You definitely do not want your teammates going on to that point one at a time, because all that does is just fuel the enemy team's ult and just make sure that you guys are respawning in a staggered amount too. So Modern Plague here trying to keep... They use their ult. Everyone's got a big boost. We're seeing another Consumi Gate going off here as well, so everyone's got a bit of a boost of health, and they've jumped on the point. Where the heck is everybody? Looks like no one was on the point there. Ooh, we did see another ult go off. Porky's using their ult.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's almost content to just sort of touch the point and then get off.
Yep. Yeah, they just want to slow down that timer there. Doing a great job of staggering the timer, because you see Purdue is at 99%. SAIT doing a job just trying to reset that timer over and over again.
Yeah, it's a tricky spot with that point, because it's just out in the open, especially with the upper levels people are able to shoot from above.
Yeah. SAIT's doing such a good job stalling this point out here. We're into overtime. I mean, we're into overtime at this point. SAIT's going to have to do a really good job of pushing everybody off that point, but they only need it for a few seconds. But SAIT can never, ever leave the point. It's going to be hard for SAIT. And it looks like, yep, SAIT loses that control point. That's okay. We'll have another flash point here shortly.
That's 2-2, and this is going to be the tiebreaker.
Yes. Both teams running quick as they can to try to get to that next control point. Firing a couple shots down, trying to build that ult. With healing being so available and so readily available in Overwatch, firing rounds down like that to try to, like, you know, peck or slowly do damage to the other team just doesn't really work, but it's good for building your own ult. As opposed to, like, you know, COD or Valorant, where, you know, you take someone to half health, there's a very good chance they're not getting off a half health. There are some healers in Valorant, though. We don't see too much of it going on. We're going to jump on with Modern Plague. Modern Plague's fighting for their life there. They are surrounded, but they are doing a great job holding off. They are stuck in the ult, though, which is the Thunderdome. Yep. The Thunderdome ult. I love that one. But wow, Porky goes in there.
Survived it.
Porky goes in for a triple. Holy smokes. We got to jump on with Porky here. Wow, Porky got the triple and didn't use their ult. Good job for SAIT. And SAIT, once again, they are getting so aggressive. Porky is just doing a great job. Let's jump on a first-person view and see what Porky's like taking these shots at. That is one thing that just blows my mind with so many effects on the screen. You got good guy shots, bad guy shots, explosions, headshots, low shots. I have no idea what they're shooting at, and they're still getting headshots. Holy cow! Porky doing a great job just making sure all of those healers can't get any, like, they can't move forward because they know they may have to run into
the
it.
back line.
Bob jumps on out there. We're seeing that ult. They got one kill. No, taken out by a healer. Always embarrassing, but they did have some help. We're going to jump on with 43. 43 using the angle and the ability there to try to keep themselves alive, but oh, looks like SAIT's in a little bit of trouble. We're going to jump on with Modern Plague. Modern Plague's going to be playing Taxi once again. Go back, pick up the heal. Go back, pick up their team. Keep everybody alive there for a little bit. Yep, there we go. We're not seeing any team comp changes from SAIT, so it looks like they are enjoying what they got going on. Let's bring up the KDA. Next time we get a quick shot here. I'm guessing that Danny Heatley, yeah, Carbonatrix, Danny Heatley, and Porky up at 30 and 10. Wow. Holy smokes. That's where you want your DPSs. And SAIT's going to make a push here on the point.
Picking them off in the air there.
Yeah, great shot. Getting that healer.
Oh, like shooting clay pigeons.
And just like that, SAIT has the point once again, and SAIT gets the map. There we go. SAIT wins map 2. Now it is best out of 5, folks. And yeah, Porky here with the play of the game. Little Red Riding Hood. Love that skin.
Let's see which moment this was.
Jumps miles high into the air, throws some dynamite, lighting people on fire, letting Bob do all the work, shoot the tank right in the back. That's where you want to be firing rounds down. All right, we're going to jump on over to the Be Right Back screen, and we will be right back as the teams make their bans and their choice for the next map. All right, folks, we are back with some more Overwatch action, and we are on
Esperanza, I think it was called?
Esperanza. Yes. Now, this is another bot push map. I do love these ones, and we will see some very cool mobility. I'm sure we'll see some very cool mobility characters bouncing around. We're just waiting for teams to pick their players. We've seen the bands already. We've seen a Lucio band and a Domina band, which is kind of fun because we haven't seen a Domina yet today. But over on SAIT, we have got a D.Va. We have got 43 playing the new healer, or one of the new healers. Then we have got Modern Plague playing the Ana, the sniper healer. Porky still rocking the Ana right now, but might be in the menu to change. We'll see. And then Dan Heatley playing the Pharah, the ever high flyer.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. We'll see Porky playing Ashe again. I mean, made such good use of her last time.
Oh, such a good job on that one. Modern Plague. 43 over here, keeping everybody alive. And we're going to leave it on Carbonatrix here as they try to get a little pokey.
Yeah, just kind of creeping around the side there. Got a bit of a tank versus tank skirmish going on.
Wu Yang, that's what that character's name is. Sorry about that. Sometimes when characters have like regular names and then there's like Firebender, kind of throws me off a second. But we're watching Carbonatrix. They managed to get a tank pull on there. Great job using that that zipping ability and bashing. We did talk about the D.Va being able to bash so effectively now because they get a little bit of a rocket boost when they do that bash. It's a great ability. Was not expecting a melee D.Va tank, but here we are.
Using that to catch them by surprise.
Yeah, that Reaper was just waiting to try to get a cheap shot on somebody, and they got caught. Corner camping is a thing. You can do it. And yeah, it looks like Purdue just trying to decide how they want to jump on this point. With the point moving, it's especially difficult as a tank to like try to keep track of where your healers are, because generally you want your back to your own healers. But you also have to watch the point. So we're going to jump on up here. D.Va getting on up, very aggressive with that Reaper. Oh, Reaper's getting up in their business. The Reaper on the other team smelling blood. Takes the D.Va out. Carbonatrix getting so aggressive as baby D.Va. Just trying to land some shots down there as they know they're in trouble. Holy smokes, Amagu diving into SAIT's back line. Yeah. That Reaper has been some problems for SAIT as we see them just zipping across the map. Modern Plague on their back foot, waiting for some help. So now they just got to wait because the bot's going to be coming back towards them. I really do love the bot push. It's a new thing they've added for Overwatch too. I mean, you know, new for maybe some of our viewers. It's been around for almost a year now. But it's really cool having that cart come back towards you, right? So now you don't have to rush it right away. And going in there for a quick little cheeky kill. Wow, gets the snipe off on the Grognog. Just love saying that. Doing some great job with his long distance healing. I was kind of staying with the Modern Plague here to see if they use their ult anytime soon, but I think they're going to be waiting to use it as a counter ult. Basically, what the Ana does is just give somebody Super Soldier Serum Captain America style. You do more damage, you take less damage, you run faster, you hit harder, and you glow blue for a little bit. So that's fun.
So it's a good thing to drop down when the enemy has their own ult going on and you're expecting to take lots of damage.
I have seen some more... I don't know if it's a high-level play or if it's just like a doofy little thing that we do in the Wood Leagues, but watching people use the Ana ult on the Bob is always hilarious because sometimes Super Bob can get the work done. SAIT has a couple different ults now. I think SAIT has a full ult suite. Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
Bob's
they do.
out. Did we just see a Super Bob? No, we have not seen Modern Plague use their ult yet, but we did see Bob come out. Bob's doing a good job cleaning some space up, making a little bit of room. Getting healed up here is Modern Plague. We're going to stick on the healers here for a little bit, give them a little bit of screen time. I love those guys.
Topping up that D.Va, keeping the tank alive.
Yeah. Doing a good job
Oh! Just got flanked or dived by the Reaper.
Absolutely amazing reflexes, though. The Reaper was in the middle of using their ult and slept them right in the middle of the ult, which reset that ult. Holy smokes. The player for Purdue must be just fuming right now to have such a great shot by that Ana. Holy cow. Jump on over to Modern Plague here, see what they're up to. See what Porky's up to, maybe. Porky makes a great headshot there, but they're in trouble. They're getting dived by Amagu. Wow. Throws the...
Oh, just charged right through them.
Yeah, we're getting double teamed there with a Magu and a Reaper. That's such a great pairing. You have the Magu up there to take some shots, and Reaper just putting so much damage down all at once. Reaper, though, is a little bit of a glass cannon, so having that huge wall in front of him is really helping. Danny Heatley here, just firing some shots down to the back, just trying to slow down those healers and try to peel them apart from the Magu. The Pharah here has a rocket that can push people away, so that's what you want to do, is you want to separate the healers from their tanks and then get the tank alone just like that. Great use. Almost like I called it. Okay, so we'll jump on over to Carbonatrix here. They're doing a good job just trying to mess with that. Yeah. Keep that Reaper away from your healers. Such a good job as a tank. And that's some great teamwork there. Like, we're seeing some absolutely astounding numbers coming up already.
Well, look at Danny Heatley there.
10 and 3. Great job. Carbonatrix here, pushing a little bit forward. Got to watch out that flank, though. Great job keeping the head on a swivel. He's rocketing on up there, so you can push some people around. Heard the Reaper teleport in behind him, and then turned around. We are hearing it. Someone's getting supered. There we go. Diva got the Ana boost there. Now bashing people to death. Crazy. The Diva bomb go off. Everybody's got to run away from the point as that bomb goes off. And he did catch a couple people with it. Great job. 43 over here, keeping people alive. Danny Heatley just wanted a bit of a heater there. Sorry, I missed it for you, buddy. Danny Heatley has the ult. I wonder if they're gonna solo ult that Magu. Nope, they decided not to. It's probably pretty smart there. Oh, we've seen Porky. They switched characters. Porky's switching over to the Soldier. Firing a few rounds down there. This Soldier in so much damage. Magu uses their ult. Everyone's kind of stuck in the fight pit now. Nope, fight pit is over already, just as quick as it comes. Oh, tried to stay alive and use their ult, just couldn't quite make it. Danny Heatley's in a bit of trouble too, as they get, they get double ulted. SAIT is in a bit of a trouble here on the back foot. SAIT was so close to getting the point though. Now SAIT has to make the push all the way back, but we'll see that robot on the very top of the screen. It's running back to the point. We're going to jump on over with, let me see if we can get on with Grognog. Yeah, we've been watching Grognog do a bit of damage. Let's watch him from the first point of view. Must be good as a tank just to constantly heal. Just to constantly hear healers going off. Oh no! Oh no, poor Danny Heatley. We just seen the exact opposite. Danny Heatley used their ult and got slept as soon as the ult was used. He's going on in there and then slept. Woo boy! Alright, well Grognog can sleep that off. We're gonna jump on over with Carbonatrix. We're going to see what Porkeye's up to. Porkeye going on a bit of a run there. Porkeye got 2 kills. Oh, they used their ult. Bummer we missed it. Firing more rounds. Melts that one. Great job by Porky and Carbonatrix. Now they got to watch that robot one run all the way back. Good thing this robot doesn't skip leg day. He's got some good cardio. Not too bad. Firing a cheeky shot down there. See if you can catch anybody. Why not? Woo! Comes around the corner and immediately gets melted. Catches 2 headshots. They were waiting for him. Still manages to make it out.
Peppered there by everyone.
Yep. Managed to make it out, though, which was fantastic. And they're sitting in a full rocket shot there as they are just waiting. Grognog over on the Purdue. Grognog has switched over to a Diva as well. So we got 2 Divas. Such a great mobile hero, especially when the control point is moving so fast. Now, I don't know if Carbonatrix... Yeah, Carbonatrix did see that Reaper and went for him. Good job. That could have been devastating if that Reaper snuck behind SAIT's healers. Purdue was down 3 people, and we were seeing Wow, Carbonatrix chasing down Grognog, not giving them an inch. And the Baby Diva, Grognog, they wanted some too. Holy smokes, Grognog. Wow, made a run for it. Grognog actually got a kill on that one. Good job. Carbonatrix running around the point here, just doing what they're trying to do. Stall off. Are they outnumbered? Yes, they are. Bashing again, using that ability. We talked about that at the start. We knew that was going to be a bit of a difference here. Modern Play getting a bit of a boost over here. We did see, yep, the player has their team's Ana boost, so they went full Super Soldier here for a little bit. Can't quite do anything with it. Going to teleport just as the time runs out on their Super Soldier. Carbonatrix has the Diva Bomb. We'll see if they're going to use it as a boom or if they're going to use it as a resummon of their turret. We're down to the last 10 seconds here. So then it's going to go into OT. Whoever touches it, the timer won't stop while there are people touching the point, but SAIT is so far ahead, so they may be winning this one. Well, I don't want to call it too early. If they can just push the Purdue off the point.
Well, Purdue does have the robot pushing it, so as long as they can just keep that motion going the whole time, they have a chance.
Yep. Overtime action. We are on round 2 out of 5. So if SAIT does win this round, then they'll win the whole round. They'll win the whole game tonight. Carbonatrix still has their ult available. Carbonatrix using their spare.
Oh, slept.
Oh no! Tried to go for the Ana and got stuck. That's the worst. You do not want to be caught that far back behind the Ana. Their team Ana managed to use their ult though. Grognog going full Super Diva. Diva on Diva fighting shields, rockets, blasts, going back and forth.
Trying to get the bash there, it looks like.
Yep. Holy smokes, and that is it. Now, I think they are going to swap here. No, that is good game.
Now that's game 3.
That is game 3. Good game, team. Yeah.
We'll play of the game, Alpharats.
Yeah. We're just going to jump on this play of the game. SAIT managed to get the sweep tonight. They got the 3. Wow, great tracking. So with this character here, some characters have seeking on their shots. Those ones you have to steer. So all of those shots that we seen him hit, it didn't look that impressive if it was auto-tracking, but it wasn't. He was steering those things Jedi style. Okay, so SAIT has managed to win this one. You guys want to stick around for a little bit? We're going to go grab a SAIT player, and we'll do a quick interview. We'll be right back. Welcome back, SAIT fans. Welcome back, Overwatch fans. Welcome back, winning team fans. We have got Danny Heatley here after the sweep. Such a good job. How you feeling, man?
Oh, feeling pretty good today. You know, the boys were definitely clicking together. The aggression was there. Everything we've been practicing in the last few weeks just felt like it was all meshing today.
Yeah. I managed to pop in and talk to you guys a little bit beforehand, and one thing that you had said was aggression, and we've seen a ton of that. Like, we were commenting a lot. Like, as soon as you guys were getting the points, especially on that flashpoint map, you were firing rounds into their spawn. Like, that is so aggressive, not giving them an inch.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I feel like you know, we had our speed bumps in the first round of our control map, just because we were letting them take a lot of space, make an initiative. But Carbon, our tank player, actually made an amazing call out that the Malga was going ahead of the rest of his team. So we swapped over to May. We started blocking them off. No resource would come to the Malga. We'd blow them up, and then for the rest of the game, we pretty much played around that. They felt that they didn't really adapt their play style. They only swapped off of Malga at the end to try and counter the Pharah. But you know, we used our aggression to mitigate their aggression, which is something we've been practicing a lot in scrims lately.
Yeah, and you bring up a great one. We did see you playing May over here with the ice walls, and you did such a good job at controlling the ice walls. It is an absolute mini game trying to position those ones. You had such a clutch one at 99%, and you just walled them off on that point. And as I was mentioning to Cam here, you used their aggression of their Magu, and you would drop the walls, just leaving their Magu off alone by themselves without the healers. So aggressive. How do you train for that one? Or is there like set points where you like, you know, good walls here, or is it kind of like a...
So definitely they're set points, so usually you're going to try and funnel them into chokes, just have a small sight line. You know, if we're on some of those wider sight lines, especially on those control points, they have the ability to move around it. They weren't playing too many heroes with vertical mobility, so we knew they couldn't get over the wall, but you have some spaces where the wall will reach all the way up to the ceiling, so that forces a Kiri TP. We can then go on the Kiri. That's half of their support gone there.
Wow.
But in terms of knowing the timing, it really comes down to team communication, which is one of our stronger points. So a lot of the times if I'm on May, I may be behind a corner, so having Carbon or Porky or any of our supports call out their team's positioning, that really gives me a good indication of when to go around the corner so we can set those engages into their team.
That's a fantastic bit of teamwork, and we did see that was one of the things that we were highlighting is such great teamwork, especially with, I do not remember at the top who was playing the Ana there, but yeah, they're just getting some sleep shots on some amazing ults. We've seen a Reaper ult get shut down by a great sleep shot there. We did see your ult get shut down, though, by an An shot there as well. That was
yeah.
Always infuriating.
Well, I mean, that is the classic Pharah, though. You know, you don't get through your voice line most of the times when you're ulting, but we found some trades from it, and then we were able to leverage our advantage. So, you know, as long as we're getting worthwhile trades when we do lose a member, especially on their support line, or a lot of the times we were getting a trade on their Malga. Anytime that we traded a DPS for the Malga, the fight was pretty much over at that point.
Yeah, just some great chess play there from the SAIT team. So this moves you guys to 5-4 in the tournament. Not bad, especially because you guys were going against someone at 7-2. So when we first seen the run-ups, we were like, wow, this might be a tougher one for SAIT, but you guys proved them wrong for sure. No reverse sweep for the Mastodons on that one. Anything else you want to say to the guys before we sign off?
Oh, no, just that all of them are doing a great job. I feel like our team chemistry has really shot up in these past few weeks. I look forward to, you know, playing my heart out for the rest of the season with them, and I'm sure that it's only up from here.
Awesome. We want to say a big shout out to everybody at the SAIT Trojans who make this possible, everybody behind the desk, everybody in front of the desk. Big shout out to Big Ben over there. He'll be back tomorrow and Wednesday for some Rocket League, League of Legends tomorrow, Academy. That's going to be kicking off at 6:30. We'll see you then. I'm Jamie Olette for Cam Sperling. So close. For Cam Sperling, thank you guys very much.